Hey everyone, we are back with the Protein March Madness. This is the Elite 8. If you didn't get the chance to check out our Sweet 16 video, I will link it somewhere on the screen. That way you can see how we got from the 16 most popular protein bars down to the Elite 8. So let's get an update on the bracket to see the matchups that we have going today. So first we have the Clif Builders bar going up against the RX bar. And then in the second matchup, we have the One Brand bar going up against the Barbell Protein Bar. And then on the other side of the bracket, we have the Nature Valley Protein Bar up against the Quest bar, followed by the ProBar versus the Think Protein Bar. So we got some really tough matchups. Let's see which ones are going to be moving on to the Final Four. First off, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tim DeLeo. I'm a licensed sport dietitian. I've been working with high-level collegiate and professional athletes for many, many years now. And this is my channel, Sport Nutrition Academy, where our goal is to transform the performance of athletes all over the globe using food, nutrition, and smart supplementation. If you end up enjoying this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps. And now what you all came here for, let's dive into the protein bar matchups in this Elite 8. So just like we did in the Sweet 16 matchup, we will be assessing these protein bars based on their nutritional value, number one, because we don't want to be eating a bar that's full of crap. And then number two, we'll be going off of taste, because the nutrition aspects could be great, but if it doesn't taste great and you don't want to eat it, then it's probably not a great protein bar. So to kick us off with this first matchup of the day, let's take a look at the RX bar and the Clif Builders Protein Bar. So first up with the RX bar, I have a chocolate sea salt flavored bar. The RX bar is a whole foods bar, so you can see it has egg whites, almonds, cashews, dates. That's pretty much all that's in this bar. So the majority of the protein is going to be coming from egg whites, cashews, and almonds. So this particular bar has 210 calories, 12 grams of protein coming from those foods, carbohydrate 23 grams with 0 added sugars, because all of the sugar in this product is coming from the dates. So it's a natural sugar. All right, so overall it's a pretty good bar in terms of the ingredients. Protein I would like to be a little bit higher. I really like protein bars to be 15 to 20 grams of protein. So 12 is not too far off. But still gonna mark it down slightly because of that. So let's see how it tastes. So taste-wise, I have to give it probably 4.5 out of 5. Who knows? I may have given it a different score in the last video, but today I like it. In general, I really do like RX bars. They tend to be a little bit on the chewier side. Some people don't like that just because of the dates that are in them. I personally don't mind it at all. I think they taste pretty good. So like I would eat the rest of this bar if I wasn't going to be eating, 8 other bars here. So overall, in terms of nutritional value, the types of ingredients, the amount of protein, and the taste, I'd have to give the RX bar a 3.5 out of 5. If it had a little bit more protein, that would definitely get it into the 4.5 territory. All right, next up in this matchup, we have the Clif Builders bar. So again, a pretty popular bar, not to be confused with the regular Clif bar. Regular Clif bars are more of an energy type bar with a lot more carbohydrate and less protein. This one is specifically marketed as a protein bar. It has 20 grams of protein. So 290 calories, 20 grams of protein, 17 added sugars, because this product does have cane syrup and cane sugar added, and also brown rice syrup. So a little bit more sugar, a little bit more carbohydrate compared to the RX bar that we just looked at. But 20 grams of protein, which is good. And the protein source is going to be soy protein. So I would prefer that it was a whey protein, but Clif products in general tend to be more plant-based, which is why it has soy protein in it. And soy protein and pea protein, generally compare or do pretty well when you compare it against whey protein in terms of muscle recovery, muscle protein synthesis. So it's a decent protein source. Let's get to the taste. Overall, taste is pretty good. A little bit crunchy because it has like the soy crisps in there, and then like the peanut butter layer on top. Not a whole lot of peanut butter flavor, I would say. This is definitely not the best tasting Clif Builders bar that I've had. This is a chocolate peanut butter flavor. They do have like a cookies and cream one and a mint chocolate one that personally I think tastes better than this one. So I'd probably give it, 2.5 or 3 taste wise. And then nutritionally, I do like that it has 20 grams of protein, so that already gives it a check mark against the RX bar. It's definitely a higher calorie protein bar, being 300 calories. So this is going to be useful for certain athletes, not all athletes. So like post training, this could be a good workout or could be a good protein bar because it's going to have some good carbohydrate to help replenish energy stores. Plus, it has that protein for recovery. If you're just looking for a protein snack option, this would probably be a little bit too high calorie and too high carb. Unless you're an athlete who's very active and needs a lot of calories or is trying to gain weight. If you're an athlete who's trying to lose weight or just looking for a pure protein bar that doesn't have a lot of extra carbohydrate in it, like this would not be the option. We can find lower calorie and lower carbohydrate, lower sugar bars than this. So all in all, when we're comparing the two, the RX bar versus the Clif Builders bar, again, I do like that this one has 20 grams of protein. The RX bar only has 12. But I think just in terms of like overall score, taking into account the ingredients, the nutritional facts, the added sugars, things like that, I'm going to have to give the win to the RX bar. So in the second matchup, we have the Barbell Protein Bar. This is cookies and cream, followed up by the One Brand Bar. This is also cookies and cream. Look at that. So we'll start with the One Brand Bar. This bar has 220 calories. Protein is 20 grams. Total carbohydrate is 23 grams with 0 added sugars and does have 6 grams of sugar alcohol. The sugar alcohols are going to come from the artificial sweeteners to make it taste good. That's why there's no sugar in there, so we need something in the product to sweeten it up. Sugar alcohols can have a side effect if you consume too many of them, to where you're gassy, you have some bloating issues. So not ideal, especially for athletes where we don't want to have any stomach discomfort while you're training. But definitely a lower sugar bar, especially if you're looking for just the pure protein snack option on the go, or if your athlete is trying to lose weight and needs a little bit of a lower calorie, lower sugar protein bar. Nutritionally, this one could work for you. So let's see how it tastes. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the protein blend in this is milk protein isolate and whey protein isolate. So I do really like that. So taste-wise, in terms of it tasting like cookies and cream, it gets a 0 because it doesn't really taste like cookies and cream at all. It tastes more just like vanilla with a couple like crunchy pieces in there that I guess are supposed to be a cookie. But yeah, not a whole lot of flavor. Like, could I power through the bar and eat it? Sure, but it's really not the best tasting thing. There are certainly better tasting protein bars out there nowadays. Like, this tastes like something that came out back in the 90s when protein bars sucked. So this particular flavor, not great. Like, I've definitely had other One Protein Bar flavors that taste a lot better. So cannot recommend the cookies and cream flavor. Moving on to the Barbell Cookies and Cream Protein Bar. This particular bar, we have 200 calories, 20 grams of protein, 20 grams of total carb with 0 added sugar, but 5 sugar alcohols. So like I mentioned with the one bar, not ideal that we have the sugar alcohols in there, but 5 grams, is probably going to be an amount that most people can tolerate without having any kind of GI issue or stomach issue. The protein source is a milk protein blend, whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate. So very similar to the one brand that we just looked at. Let's see how it tastes. So all in all, I do really like the taste of this bar. Again, I wouldn't say that it has a lot of cookies and cream flavor. It just tastes, I don't know, good. It has like the little cookie crisp pieces on top. It has like the softer kind of like, nougat protein filling in the middle there. So it's definitely like a good texture bar because it has like that chewy but also crunchy texture to it. I would eat the rest of that bar, but it's just not cookies and cream flavored to me. So all things considered, in terms of taste, nutritional value, have to give the win to the Barbell Cookies and Cream Bar. Moving over to the other side of the bracket, we have the Nature Valley Protein Bar up against the Quest Bar Cookies and Cream. Seems to be a lot of cookies and cream flavored bars. I don't really know what was going through my mind when I bought these, but that just happens to be the case. So first up with the Nature Valley Protein Bar, this is a peanut butter dark chocolate. It says Nature Valley Protein because typical Nature Valley bars don't have much protein at all. Maybe 3 or 4 grams. It's mostly a granola bar. So this is their protein version because it has 10 grams. I don't consider 10 grams of protein to be a protein bar. So right there, it's already getting a knock. So 190 calories, 15 carbohydrates, 6 fiber, 5 added sugar, 10 grams of protein. So we've already looked at bars that have the same amount of calories, 200 calories, but double the protein, 20 grams of protein. And so just on that ratio alone, like this bar would lose out because it's not a high protein bar. The protein itself is going to come from roasted peanuts, a little bit of soy protein isolate, and then way down the ingredient list is whey protein concentrate. So you're mostly getting the protein from peanuts and the soy protein isolate. Don't really like the nutritional aspects of this particular bar, but we'll see how it tastes. Overall, the taste is pretty good. Peanut butter is one of my favorite foods, and this definitely tastes like peanut butter. So I do like that. But even though the flavor, I'd probably give it a 4.5 out of 5. Because there's not a lot of protein in this bar, like there's just no way I can move this bar on. So it's probably an automatic L, but we'll still review the Quest bar anyways. All right, so the Quest bar, cookies and cream protein bar, 21 grams of protein, 4 net carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 190 calories. Protein is coming from milk protein isolate and whey protein isolate. So again, I like that. It's whey protein. So because this bar has a lot of fiber, 13 grams of fiber, it could be used as a snack if you're someone who's looking to lose a little bit of body weight or just have like a protein snack that's going to be pretty filling, because the fiber plus the protein equals a pretty filling bar. But if you're someone who's getting ready for a training session or even recovering from a training session, so post-workout, like I'd be hesitant to recommend this bar just because of how much fiber is in it. It's going to take a really long time to digest and get the protein into the bloodstream when we want that quick recovery after a workout. So let's see how it tastes. So I think out of the 3 cookies and cream bars today, we are 0 for 3 in terms of bars that actually taste anything remotely like cookies and cream. Like, I don't know what that was. It does have like some cookie pieces in it. Like on first glance, you're like, oh, that could be pretty good. But it doesn't really have a whole lot of cookies and cream flavor. It's definitely a chewier bar because the consistency is kind of like a soft cookie dough. So again, might not be for everyone. Personally, I don't mind the texture and consistency of this bar. I just don't think it tastes great. I've had other Quest bars that I think taste a lot better. So if the first bar I ever tried of a Quest bar was this one, I don't know that I would continue to keep buying them and eating them. So this matchup is definitely a landslide victory for the Quest bar because it has 20 grams of protein, is low sugar compared to the Nature Valley one that just really doesn't stand up in terms of protein content. Then the last matchup to round out the Elite 8 and to advance to the Final 4 is a matchup between the Think Protein Bar and the ProBar Protein Bar. So Think Protein Bar, let's take a look at the label. 20 grams of protein, 0 sugar, says high protein bar, which I would agree. 20 grams of protein in a bar is a high protein bar. 230 calories, 20 grams of protein. We have 23 grams of carbohydrate with 11 sugar alcohols. So that is much more than the other bars that we looked at that had about 5 or 6. Those about double that. So I could definitely see someone eating this bar and then having some gas or bloating afterwards because of that amount of sugar alcohols in there. In terms of the protein blend, we have a soy protein isolate and a whey protein isolate, so a combination of the two. So let's see how it tastes. This is the brownie crunch flavor. So taste-wise, it's all right. Kind of a soft, chewy consistency. Definitely can taste the chocolate. I'd say it's pretty accurate in terms of a brownie with some crunch. So I give it a 4 out of 5 in terms of taste. Moving on to the next competitor, we have the ProBar Protein Bar. This is the coffee crunch flavor. It is a plant-based protein bar according to the label. 270 calories, 20 grams of protein, 34 grams of carbohydrate, including 12 added sugars. So because this bar is a little bit higher calorie with 270 calories and higher carbohydrate at 34 grams of carb, this would definitely be a bar best suited for post-workout recovery or for an athlete who needs to be eating more calories because of weight gain purposes or trying to build muscle, need some more carbs, need more calories. The protein, we're getting a good 20 grams there. So it definitely wouldn't be a bar for everyone, but definitely the nutritional makeup is pretty good. So let's see how it tastes. So I think out of all the bars, this is probably the best tasting one. And it's not just because I really like coffee. Like the flavor is really good. The texture is really good. It's kind of soft, but also a little bit crunchy. Coffee crunch, like it's exactly how you think it would taste. The nutritionals are really good. So overall, I give this bar probably a 4, 4.5 rating overall. So this one's definitely going to take the cake here and move on to the final 4. So that leaves us with a final 4 of the RX bar, the Barbell Protein Bar on one side of the bracket, and on the other side we have the Quest Protein Bar, followed by the ProBar. I'd say the favorites at this point are probably going to be the Barbell Protein Bar and the ProBar, just based on how things tasted and reviewed today. But we'll have to find out in the final 4 video to see who actually comes out on top as being the best protein bar on store shelves. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Again, it really helps out a lot. And definitely be on the lookout for the final 4 video soon. See you in the next video.